What's going on, guys? Mike Rama here, and in this video, I'm going to be going over some targeting hacks for anyone selling high-ticket products, whether you are a coach, a consultant, or you have some type of high-ticket online course. This video is going to be for you. Now, I also recently did a free training. I'll link it below for anyone looking to scale up their high-ticket business, whether that is an online course, you're a coach, or a consultant. I show you the exact marketing systems that allowed me to sell multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars of online courses and high ticket products over the last year. Super valuable training. I will link that below in the description. But let's hop on into the Google Ads platform and I will go over all of the different targeting options in YouTube and how you can leverage these for your business. All right, I'm in one of my Google Ad accounts, and now I just want to show you all of the different targeting options that we can use and which ones I think are going to be the most powerful for you. So the first one is demographics. So we can select exactly who we want to target. That's gender, age, parental status, and household income. So when starting out, I typically like to leave the gender one all selected unless I have a product that I know is only for males or I know is only for females. With age, I like to leave it somewhat general. Typically, I know whether or not 65 plus is going to be in my audience, but I do like to start off with more of a wider range, and then I let the data tell me what's working and what's not working. Same thing with parental status. Now, most people selling a high ticket product, they would think that, okay, it's best to only select top 10% household income. However, I encourage you to leave all of these selected when you're first starting off, and also let that data tell you exactly what's working and what's not working. I've seen tons of high ticket sales come from this lower 50% bucket, so you would be surprised. Also, the Google data on this household income is not that great, so a lot of it's going to fall into this unknown bucket, and a lot of it is going to be miscategorized. So the next type of targeting we have is audience-based targeting. And under audience targeting, we have a few different options. We can target, once again, based off the detailed demographics. We can target based off of their interests and their habits, and Google calls this affinity. So they have a few different categories and subcategories that we can target. They also have in-market and life events. So what someone is actively researching or what they are actively planning. Once again, they have predefined categories in here. So you can go through all of these and see if any of them make sense for your product or your service. And then we have custom audiences. This is my favorite one right here. So unlike those other options where we have predefined categories, this is where we can generate our own audience. Now, in the custom audience section, the first option that we have is people with any of these interests or purchase intentions. So say I'm selling a photography course. I can go in here and type in photography course. So anyone who Google thinks is interested in buying a photography course, they will show this ad to. So very straightforward. This is like some of that low-hanging fruit, right? Google thinks that they're interested in buying a course, and we're going to show up to them right when they are ready to make that purchase. So very, very powerful. You can also add in a ton of different keywords as well. I would recommend adding in a few if you're going to go down this route. The next option we have are people who searched for any of these terms on Google. So someone who actually typed in this search phrase. So think about your audience and think about that bottom funnel. When someone is close to actually making a purchase in your industry, in your niche, someone is just looking around, they're doing some research, trying to figure out what product is right for them. These are the search terms that you want to be using here. So think about your audience, think what they might be searching, and you want to put those search terms in here, and then you can target people based off of those. Now, the next thing we can do are target people based off of the types of websites that they browse. A powerful targeting tactic is to just place your competitors' websites in here. That is super powerful, and you should see pretty good results from that alone. Now, one thing to note is we don't want to combine all of these. So you don't want to put in websites down here, search terms up here, and you're going to combine all these into one. I would recommend splitting out these audiences and all these examples that I'm going through right now, save them as a different audience, and then you're going to test them all, and you're going to see what works and what doesn't work. So the next option we have are people who use certain types of apps. Once again, it all comes back to you knowing your audience. Think about your audience. Think about what types of apps are they using, and you can target people based off of those apps. Another very powerful one. And the final one, people who visit certain types of places. Now, this I don't tend to use too often, but depending on what type of product, what type of service you're selling, this could be pretty powerful. So Google has a few in here that you can select. I just like to go through and, I'll type the first letters and see exactly what comes up. So I would just go through all these options and see if any of them make sense for the product and service that you are selling. All right, the next type of targeting option that we have is keyword targeting. So this is when anyone goes to YouTube and they type in a specific keyword or search phrase, then they go and they click on a video, you can have your ad show up in front of that video. So again, think back to your audience. Think, what are they searching for? What problems do they have? What are they looking to learn? What are they looking to solve when they're going to YouTube? These are the phrases that we are going to want to add here. And you can create multiple campaigns with different keywords, test them all out, and see which is performing best for you. Next, we have topics. Now, I typically don't use topics too much. If I ever use topics, I usually layer it in with another targeting type as well. And so what topics allow us to do are show our ads in front of videos that have a certain topic. So this isn't based off of the data on the specific person. This is the data on the video that they are watching. And so somewhat similar to topics, we have placements. Now this is another one. It has nothing to do with the data on the person. This allows you to put your ad in front of very specific videos. So you can go in here and you can type in a specific URL and have your video show up in front of that. Now, when you're doing placement targeting, you should add way more than just one URL. I actually recommend doing like 1,000 different placements. A great tool for this is TubeSift. This allows you to find a ton of different placements and easily just copy and paste, export all of them in here. You can also target based off of different channels as well. I hope you guys got a ton of value out of that video. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next one.